Hi everyone, welcome to this video. Is your family more important than you? And by family here, I don't mean your children, your husband, your wife, your partner. I don't mean them. I mean your father, your mother, your brother, your sister. Are these family members more important than you, or at least you think so in your head? If so, how come? How come you think you are less important than them? You are not on the same level of importance. This is a very important question to ask yourself, especially if you realize today that you are pretty much invested in their lives, invested in time, energy, and effort in their lives, and not so much in yours. If this is your reality, at some point, you gotta be aware of the fact that this is taking a lot of space and energy and time in your life. And this space, time, and energy, you are not putting them for you, for your life. And time passes by much faster than sometimes we realize. I'm making this video today just to raise awareness on that. If today you realize that you spend a lot of time listening to your father, your sister, your brother, your mother, or you spend a lot of time, listening to their dramas, their problems, and you don't really pay that much attention to you because they ask your attention that much. Maybe this is a habit you have now in your life that it's hard for you to give up, and you even have this habit with other people. You are pretty much invested in your friend's life, or at least you try to find a solution to their problems, or at least help them all the time. And maybe you've had this habit for so long that it became also a way to distract yourself from your life based on that belief that you are not as important as them. Maybe you think that you're not as important as your family members or other people. You don't matter that much. So because you don't matter that much, why bother, build yourself a life? Why bother reclaiming your self-confidence or sense of worth? You lost it along the way, and probably not being aware of that at the beginning. It's just that you were caught in this bond that you had with and keep having maybe with these family members. But the thing is, if you don't put limits to that, these limits are never going to come from other people, and especially not your family members, because they are used to having you be very invested in them or having you listen to them all the time, and they like that. They enjoy that. And it's a particular also profile. They do that. They always find a way to have you be focused on them. But the thing is, if you don't realize that, and if you don't put limits at least to that, time passes by and your life is gonna pass by too, and you're never gonna find out who you truly are, what your dreams are, or if this dream you have in your head can actually happen. You don't have time for that because all your attention is on them. So just be aware of that and pay attention at least to that. Do you spend all your time focusing on your family's lives, problems, dramas, because they actually ask you to do that, and you feel obliged or you feel guilty not to respond to that attention they want from you? Or is it that you've had this habit and now you think, yes, you're not that important, and you really doubt yourself so much that you prefer focusing on others rather than you, I want you to know that it doesn't make you a bad daughter, a bad sister, or a bad friend, maybe, to focus on yourself or to give yourself a priority in your life. It makes you a responsible one. And it is important that you be important in your own life because you are the main ingredient in it. This life is yours. It does not belong to other people. It does not even belong to your family. And at some point, you need to learn to become your best support, and you need to have the support you didn't get at a time you actually needed it. And it doesn't mean that then because you didn't get the support you needed from your family or the love and attention you needed at some point in certain situation that you are doomed to never have that in your life. And you know what? It all starts with you, and you have to learn to give yourself that importance so that you are not caught in these bonds you have that are not healthy for you because they prevent you from living your life. They are actually taking your life into hostage, and you're not here for that. And also, they have induced in you little by little the fact that you are not that important or that others matter more than you. And now you know you adapt yourself to others and you make yourself smaller than you are. And it has to stop. You're not here for that. You are important. And you know, there's someone in here, the real, authentic, and probably very joyful you caught here, and you know, who was put into silence for years and years and years. And you know, now she's drowning and she is suffocating and she needs to breathe. And it is time you let her breathe. Because if you don't do so, no one else will do it for you. It has to come from you. She can only be saved by you. And you can do it. Even if you don't know how, even if you're scared to do so, even if you feel guilty not to respond to your family the way they want you to respond, it doesn't make you a bad daughter again. It doesn't make you a bad sister. It makes you a responsible one. And it is time for you to give yourself that importance. I hope this video will help you see that, and maybe will help you pay attention to that in your life. Is your family more important than you? And do you think you are less important than them? Do you think you are less important than other people? Do you fear outshining people? Do you feel others know more than you, or are just more anything than you? These are beliefs you created in your mind in specific situations. It doesn't mean they are the truth. And most importantly, they are changeable, and it is important you change them. They're not the truth. The truth lives within you, and it is time you reconnect to that and reclaim that truth you have within you. Even if you feel it's not there, you don't know what I'm talking about, you actually know deep down within you. You're just scared to go see and find out what that truth is. You're scared because you don't know how to do it because of all of this. But it doesn't mean that you have to doom yourself to give yourself so little importance. It is time that you turn the camera back on you and find out everything that you are, and find out how come you think you're less important than other people, including your family. And you know what? These family members, they are not necessarily aware that they are taking so much attention from you, and so it prevents you from doing your life. They don't put themselves into your shoes. So anyway, I could speak about this subject for hours, and I would be happy to do so with you if it's something that you realize you're doing. You make yourself smaller than you are. You fear you are going to outshine people, or you feel like a failure, and you think, yes, other people know more than you. Everyone is more than you are. This is so not true. It is time to change those beliefs that are actually prevent you from living the life you were born for. You are here to express yourself, to figure out everything you can accomplish here and find out everything you are. And to do so, you need support for sure, especially if you are surrounded by loved ones that make you feel guilty every time you attempt to do something for yourself, or just every time you say no to their request. You can't keep doing that without having this huge cost of not building yourself a life. Are you going to end your life having this huge regret of not taking amazing opportunities you had, or not seeing them, or not taking part of them because you were too busy focusing on your family's lives, or being, trying to find solutions for them, or being caught in their dramas? This is not the way to live your life anymore. This really has to stop, and it has to be stopped by you, because these family members, even if they're loved ones, they're not going to stop that for you. Probably they're not even aware that their behaviors has consequences in your life. The first one being you're not living your life. You realize that cost, how much it is expensive? You can't afford that. Let's say that you can't, because the truth is you can't. So you need support, and it's not because you haven't had the support from those family members, support, attention, and maybe sometimes the love you needed that much at a young age or earlier in your life, that you are doomed to never get that in your life, never get love, never get attention, and never get, anything because you haven't got that earlier in your life. No, you don't have to doom yourself, lacking those things. You deserve them as anyone else, and you're not excluded from the equation. I hope this video will help you see that. And if you can't see that, or it's very hard for you not to feel guilty, to not, respond to your family's requests, seek support. You need support to distance yourself from that and to become an observer of this situation and find ways to get you out of this, so that you can have the space, time, and energy to build yourself a life, and a life in which you don't doubt your self-worth, you don't doubt your self-confidence or self-love, a life in which you express yourself fully and you learn to love yourself fully. I hope this video will help you actually at least make you aware of your situation. I would be honored to guide you on this path I myself took at some point in my life. I decided to stand up for myself because actually no one was doing it for me. And as long as I was thinking that I needed my family to stand up for me, I was paralyzed and frozen because they were not. Not because, I'm not saying because they didn't want to. It's not about wanting or not. It's about not being preoccupied by that. They focused on themselves. They didn't really put themselves in my shoes and didn't realize. So I hope this video will help you, and I would be honored to give yourself my guidance and help and support to get you out of this trap that is so easily to fall in, especially with loved ones. I'll see you on another video. Bye.